So we're going to paint this door. I'm going to do so whilst wearing my brand new white ruched mini dress. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Let's do it. So first things first, fix yourself a nice refreshing drink. In my case I'm going for Malbec, and I think that should do the trick. Red wine and a white dress. A few dribbles. Can't help it, it's my age. So, cheers. Right, let's do some painting. So, Goldilocks had her usual problem. She couldn't decide between the small, the medium and the large. Just so happened that someone had already been painting early that day and they were using the medium. So I think that's what we'll use as well. Sorry? I'm not Goldilocks. No, I know. Go with the pretense. So before we start painting, we need to prepare the surface to be painted. So we'll take a very fine grade sanding block and we're going to gently, not vigorously, because we don't want white stuff all over our hands again, do we? We're going to gently rub the surface until it's got a nice flat key. Now this door has got the wood grain effect on it, so that's a bit difficult to achieve. Anyway, this is what I prepared earlier. So once you've finished sanding the surface to be painted, take a damp cloth and wipe over the surface, because you don't want to dip your brush in it to come out dirty. Yes, I know the innuendos are terrible, but you write them. I've got to present them. How do you think I feel? That's why I got to drink. Honestly. Okay, so now I'm going to start painting. This side of the door hasn't been painted since I've been here. So I'm going to first undercoat this with, this is Dulux Trade undercoat. So first off I'm going to use the brush to paint the inset part of the panels. On this door there's 6 panels. And then we shall use a roller to roller on the paint onto the raised part of the panels. Now, I'd just like to point out that I'm not a professional painter. I'm not a professional anything. So you can take all this information and advice with a grain of salt. And it's for entertainment purposes only. So let's make a start. This is an undercoat. We're just going to whack on the paint. It's a technical term. Just want to make sure that all the surface has a coating. So I've got to paint in silence. You've not written any script for this part. What do I pay you for? Yes, I do pay you. It's just not in cash. So I will go over this smaller raised panel with the brush because I can go over with the roller a little bit later. And as I say, this is the undercoat, so this will dry very flat and matte. Okay, so we'll speed the next bit up. Oh no, it's fine, you just sit there watching, I'll do all the work. This is your job, it's not mine. I'm here to present. End up doing everything. No, it's not my job. Don't start. So we just use long, gentle strokes to apply the paint. So you can start at the bottom and gently work your way up. Or you can start at the top and gently work your way down. How far up and how far down you go depends on what you're working with. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not a lot. But either way, it's the same result. Just make sure you go over where you put excess paint because you don't want any drips. Missed a bit. Down to my knees. So the lower half now, the lower half where all the action goes on. I'm really not like that. No, I'm not. You and I will have words later. So on to the next. What are you doing over there? Oh, I might have known you'd choose this angle. What a surprise. What do you mean it's called the money shot? We don't make any money. I'm not that kind of channel. Yes, I know. No, I'm not going to go that way. You're just dirty. I don't care if other people have done it. I'm not. How much? So finally, we've finished all the inset parts and now we can get the roller and do the raised parts. After, of course, I've had more to drink. So this is where I could really do with some more behind the camera. So when I filmed the sequence of painting these panels, A, I wasn't in shot properly, B, my boobs are trying to escape, and C, I got a cramp in my leg from kneeling down. Not that a camera person could do much about the cramp, or maybe they could. Anyway, so what I did explain in that sequence, I need a drink now. So I bought these mini roller tray liners. The problem was that this is the size of the mini roller tray, this is the size of the liner, and it doesn't quite fit, so they're quite sturdy enough, these, to use on their own, and it does save on having to clean out a roller tray, especially with gloss paint. It's not a nice job. So the rollers are by a brand called Hamilton. Apparently they've been going since 1746. I very much doubt they've been making 4-inch foam rollers since 1746. But I bought these from a Crown Trade shop, and I do recommend, if you are going to do any painting, to go to a trade paint shop, either be that Dulux or Crown. Generally in the UK there may be others. The quality of trade paint is much better than what you get in retail. Although retail is cheaper, it is actually made to a cost, so the paint is actually of lower quality. So yeah, definitely worth paying that little bit more for trade paint, because it goes on better. You actually use less paint because it goes on thicker, so definitely recommend you doing that. Anyway, so yes, we'll cut back to the action. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some more wine. So yes, just pour a small amount of gloss paint into your tray, because then you don't want to waste too much and have to pour it back and risk contaminating the paint with bits of grit or dust or whatever. So let's carry on. It had to happen. Doing these videos gives me an appreciation of how much effort proper YouTubers go to, when especially they're doing a tutorial, something like this, where they'll use lots of close-up shots. It must take them absolutely ages to get a simple job like this finished, because of all the shots that they use. So I can appreciate the effort they put in, and of course I'm only doing this for your entertainment purposes. It's just my way of showing what I'm wearing, what hair I've got on, what my makeup looks like. So yeah, hard work filming on your own. So I'm going to do that part last, because I'm using that to hold on to. So yeah, not hold on to because I've been drinking, just hold on to keep the door still. Honest. course on this part of the door I'm going to put it on thicker because if any of you know who've got teenagers, they never use the door handle to go through the door. It's always grab the part of that door, the edge, so it's got grubby finger marks on it. So there you go, that's the painting job done. Although not quite, because there's the other side to do as well. But don't worry, I won't be boring you by recording that as well. So yes, him behind the cameraman, he's gone. He went off in a grump, so he won't be getting paid later, will he? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, hope you found it useful, and most of all, I hope you found it entertaining. So that's the only reason I do these videos, and thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and see you next time. Bye! Oh, I hope you like the dress too. I think I'll take it off and put my old shirt down. Don't want to get paint on it.